WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Hello, beautifuls. How are you today? This is Donna Stinson, and this is Can We Talk About It, where we talk about the elephant in the room. Before I begin, I want to give a shout out to my husband, Charles Stinson, who was the love of my life, one of the angels that God has placed over me and set in my life to help me with all my endeavors. I love you so much. I want to give a shout out to my children, Robin, Robert, Dale, Donnell. I love you so much. My granddaughter, Raquel, alias Fat. P-H-A-T-T, and my granddaughter Amber, and my grandson Carl. I love you guys so much. So I want to just go ahead and start with the show. So as you see, I have a shirt on, and it says Hold the Vote. And what I mean by hold the vote is we all know that now they're about to bring these immigrants over here from the Ukraine. Before I begin, this is my opinion, this is my theory, and I just want you to know that some of this stuff you guys may not be able to deal with, but you know it has to be said. So I'm not understanding. Well, I do understand why they're sending all these immigrants over here. Is because, like I've been telling you in time past, the white numbers are dwindling. So they're actually in a desperate situation over here in the U.S. because we're thriving and they're going down. And not only that, their white women are loving on the black men so much to where it's just mixing the colors. And now, you know, they want to start getting these white men to be with these black women. Just so you know, I've been in relationships, and it's not for me. That's not my thing. And I just feel like, you know, you can love who you want to love, but it's just best to love your own. And that's how I feel about that. So back onto this Ukrainian thing. So they're going to have these people come over here. And guess who's really going to suffer the most out of all this? All of the people that's on any type of state assistance. Don't think that when these people come over here that you are not going to be the ones who suffer from this. Not only that, they're bringing these people over here. Nobody knows what kind of diseases these people got. You don't know if they're going to put these people in any type of holding or anything, because back when they had these immigrants come over here, I can't remember, I think it was some Chaldean immigrants, after they act like slave owners beating the Haitians back to Haiti, they let these other people come in. They gave them all of this money. Anybody that asks for reparations that's not even in this country, they get it. Holocaust didn't have, it was a terrible thing, but Holocaust had nothing to do with the U.S. Why is the U.S. giving them money? Why? Because they don't want to give black foundational Americans money. We built this country. Why are they giving Africans, Nigerians, Caribbeans, why are they giving them money? I don't understand why they're even giving them money. Why are you asking for money? You came from a place of destitute. You ran from your country. You fled your country. You didn't want to help your country. Then you come over here and start downgrading people who built this country, such as Foundational Black Americans. They got money. Why is that? Why, when we ask for any type of reparations, tangibles, or anything like that, we never get it? That's why I'm telling you to hold the vote. This may be the last time we get a chance to really make our vote matter. Now, back in slavery days, I know some of y'all may have seen Birth of a Nation, some of y'all may have not, but they had Nat Turner, and they were actually using him because he really knew the Bible. They were telling him as a pastor over the black congregation, which they're doing right now, has been ever since Martin Luther King. And actually his name is not Martin Luther King, it's Michael King. His name, the reason they changed his name, because they wanted it to sound like he was some type of saint like Martin Luther in the Roman days. He was actually one of the coons that kept us in despair with this "I Have a Dream" speech. Now, his "I Have a Dream" speech, when did anything that he dreamed of happen for us? Don't worry, I'll wait. So, like I said, they got these pastors, every time something happens or every time black people feel discouraged or downtrodden, they use this "I have a dream." Al Sharpton, another coon. This is just my opinion. He, uses this every time something bad happens or we feel, or they want us to kumbaya or get on somebody else's wagon. They do that. Now, when Martin Luther King, Michael, that's his name, when Michael King broke out with the "I Had a Dream," he said black, whites be together, disenfranchised, economically disenfranchised, and all they did was start adding other things. Now it's equality for gays, and it's equality for people that don't even have no business even being in this country. So now they're going to bring these people into the country. We don't know if these people are safe to have in the country. We don't know if they have any health issues. We don't know how many Nazis they bringing in here. Just like the 9/11 incident, they bring all of these foreigners in here, and then they blew up the Twin Towers, which I really believe it was an inside job. But that's my opinion. Who cares? But when it comes to these people that's coming over here now, they're going to get the best housing. They're going to end up getting your food stamps, a lot of people's pensions, a lot of people that's on disability, like I said, that's not supposed to be on disability. You people talking about, I'm getting my crazy check. Oh, they're getting ready to cut that out. A lot of us are going to be back in the slave days. And like I was saying about Nat Turner, they use Nat Turner. Nat Turner came to the realization that I'm not about to keep using certain scriptures to keep my people in line. And he went on a killing rampage because he was not the one. And like I was talking about last week, a man by the name of Robert Charles, they were looking to lynch him. Robert Charles made his own bullets and hemmed up. I don't know if it was a burn or one of the Caucasians' houses, but he took a lot of white people with him before he left, because he said, if I'm going, a lot of y'all going. He did not go quietly. And now they're using this "I Have a Dream" Michael King, which is actually have fooled the masses of black people, because he was a Mason. Back in the day of slavery, most house niggers were racist. I mean, were Masons, and they were racist toward their own people. Why? Because they was able to get a tiny piece of what white America lives every day. So there's always going to be coons, and there's always going to be other black races to tell you what you need to do with your vote and how you need to live. And at the same time, they're going to be living good, and you're going to be living in poverty. You go to church, you give these pastors all your money. They're telling you that, if you give up $500, the Lord's going to bless. That's not the way the Lord works. God is not a Santa Claus. He's not going to give you something because you gave somebody else something, especially a false prophet, because that's what most of these pastors are. Anybody who calls themselves reverend is out of their mind. There's only one that's reverend, and that's God. If we don't get a hold of ourselves, now I'm not anti-white, Asian, none of that, but I'm pro-black. And if we don't stop looking for massa to give us things, a lot of us, what's going to happen is our neighborhoods are going to implode. We're going to start fighting and killing each other because resources are going to be far and few in between. I went to Kroger's yesterday and they got wilted lettuce. I mean, a lot of these stores, they're right before your eyes. Your food is leaving you, ladies and gentlemen. Guess where that food is going? Over to the Ukraine. We're so blind. We so want to club. We so want to get high. We so want to do everything but look at what's in front of us. If anybody has ever seen that movie, The Unusual Suspects or Unusual Suspects, there was a line in there that was just so deep, and it said the biggest trick that the devil played on the world is to make us believe that he never existed when he's in your face every day. My opinion, in the form of Biden, in the form of this woman they keep talking about, she's a judge and she's about to be a representative. Most of these women that they're putting in the White House or in the plantation house, these people are not even from here. These are Jamaicans, Philippines, and Chinese mixed with different black races like Kamami, or whatever her name is. She breaks out, or Kamala. She breaks out and says, people in the United States got what they paid for. Now me, when I vote, I don't put nobody's name in those boxes but mine. That's from the local level all the way up to the presidential level. Because these people don't care about us. It's a strategic move. And I'm going to tell you what else I think is strategic. They were going to give Putin this land back anyway. I believe the powers that be, Trump, Biden, they all Democrat and Republican. It's all one person with two sides. We all got conservative and we all got liberal in us. It's one person. That's all it is. And they're telling you, vote for me, vote for me. It doesn't matter who you vote for. They both win. So I think they're clearing, what they're doing is clearing out this land to give back to Putin. So we're going to give you some white folks so we can help with your votes and you can get these black Negroes out of here and you give us the land. I don't know why people sit up, oh Lord, I hope these people are all right. Now there are people over there and they may not even be knowing what's going on. There may be some innocent victims over there that's coming to you to the United States, can't speak a lick of English, and I feel bad for these people, but there's a lot of people over there. It's all a ploy. It's all a ploy. And we're like, let's send this. No, hold your own butt. And we as black folks need to stop holding everybody else's butt for them and wiping their butts for them, because once we do that, all they do is boo-boo on us and then we're still back at square one. If we don't get our lives in order, if we don't make this year the year not to vote for anybody, hold your vote. Until they give us something we can see, don't vote. They use Martin Luther King and start saying, people can vote and this, that, and the other. If you look at some of the speeches that Martin Luther King was doing, he had white people all around him. They were the ones who was controlling him. I already told you, he was with the eugenics movement to erase black folks. I don't know why that's so hard for you to believe. Oh, I know why. Because you don't want to research. You feel like you don't want to know. But now you know. Now that you know, then it's up to you to do whatever you're going to do with that information. Because his name is not Martin. It's Michael. Like Obama's husband. We better quit thinking like we living in some type of fairy tale world and Massa is for us, because he's not. Just like in the days of slavery, there was house niggas trying to get into the house because they ate better, they wore better clothes, something happened, Massa get cold, chew! Oh, we got a cold Massa, the house burning down. Massa don't care, he gonna use the Negroes to build it back up, but the house nigga, he trying to, oh Massa, our house is on fire, our house is on, and all of these people in politics, those are the ones. Those are the ones that's holding us back. So we don't vote for nobody, because sometimes just because a person is your color does not make them for you. And just because a person is not your color don't make them against you, but you have to have discernment with that. These people don't care about us. All they care about is using us. They use us like the Republicans did. They put, and now I am going to say this, Kamami in there. And, you know, when they was in there, you know, they got her, you know, oh, I listen to Tupac, and she, that woman is, I don't understand why people don't see that folks will say and do anything to get what they want from you. People can promise you anything. But if you can't see it before they get in there, then you don't give them your vote. The Crown Act, we passed the Crown. So what? And the bad thing about this is you voted to be able to go buy some hair and put it in your head and go to work. Because a lot of black women, you know, wear weave. It's just simple as that. A lot of black women go and get hair braided into their hair. So it's not a Crown Act, it's a Weave Act. Listen to the specific wordings that these people say. They'll tell you it's this when it's that. We don't want to listen. We want the government, and this is what the government wants. The government wants us to run to them and be our great white hope, and he is not. God is. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more because there's some other research that I am doing, and I just want us to be prepared. If we don't hold our vote, this is the time. This is the time. Oh, well, I got a white friend and she's running for office and she okay. No, she ain't. My pastor said, quit listening to these false prophets. Because any man that will bring a politician into their church is a false prophet. Beware of the leaven of Herod. That means politics and church is not supposed to mix. But the only reason they do mix is because back in the slavery days, black pastors were being, I guess, knighted as Masons. So like I said, they were like the modern day form of house niggers, where they were getting the things that most people like me and you don't get. But I got news for them. Once they don't need you like Martin Luther King, they're going to get rid of you too. You seen they just wiped a whole black news station off the air. Why? Because nobody was listening to them. Because they were telling you what the white people wanted you to hear, and nobody was listening to them. So I want you guys to go to YouTube. There's a man named The Black Professor. The name of his show is called The Moment of Truth. He's telling you what black news is all about. We need to get on board with our up-and-coming Nat Turners like The Black Professor and Tariq Nasheed. We need to get on board because these people can give you a wealth of knowledge. So with that being said, did you guys see Will Smith smack Chris Rock? All of this is just, and I'm going to tell you why I believe this man did it and why Jada is the way she is and this, that, and the other. And Chris Rock is in the whole Hollywood scene. Because in order for you to get famous, you have to pledge your allegiance and blood to these folks. You ain't going to just you're not going to just be famous because of your talent. That's not the way it goes. So he went up and slapped Chris Rock. And because Chris Rock made a joke, dummy, Will, he's a comedian. And the joke that he made, I just felt as though it was a compliment. She's got a bald head. Demi Moore, she looked good in that bald head. I've seen G.I. Jane, and it was a really good movie. So because she didn't think it was funny, she gonna give her husband a look because he's about to lose her, which you need to just let Jezebel go on about her business because she's got some type of spell over you. and it's driving you crazy. Your children are out of control. You're letting them. You need Jesus. Will, you need Jesus. Jada, you need Jesus. But I really believe that Jada Smith, she wanted all this stuff to go down, and now she's on these different platforms talking about she's uplifting to the black women. You ain't uplifting to me, hunty. You not uplifting to me. Talking about, she has alopecia. Let me tell you something, people. I've had alopecia for 30 plus years. There's been times I had to shave my head bald. It goes with the territory, lady. Get used to it. Because you rich, you want everybody to feel sorry for you. And your money is not going to bring your hair back. Trust and believe that. You sitting around acting like you some type of victim, and you victimizing your whole family, laying up with other women, messing with young men. Girl, bye. These are all of the dumb things that the media want to throw in your face to take you off of what I just told you about, and that's your vote. They wanted this man, the president of Ukrainian, they wanted him to speak at the awards. For what? For what? Oh, he's an actor. That's why. It's a big act. United States and Russia and Ukrainian are playing a game of Stratego. Have you ever heard of that game? Look it up if you haven't. We're the pawns. They're infiltrating each other's so-called land. And like I said before, none of us owns nothing. It's the Lord's and the fullness thereof. You're killing people over things that don't even belong to you. Now we got some guy, Will, that's going out of his mind, Will Smith. He's losing his mind because his wife is having sex with women, having sex with young boys. And before I say anything else, Will and Jada, if you did not want this type of heat, you shouldn't be on TV talking about all your business. Your business is supposed to be in your home. The both of you are supposed to be dealing with your business in your home. So you actually asked for this. Will, in my opinion, your wife is a witch. She has you bewitched. And until some happiness come to you, you're going to have to leave that witch alone. Jada, Tupac ain't coming back. Move on with your life. Not unless you got some way to conjure him up, or there's some type of astral projection you're doing. You're going to end up doing that and getting caught where you are and be a vegetable in your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are into all types of sorceries, and it's called Kundalini magic and astral projection. And they do it to people all the time. They do it to us. When you dream about these people, they're astral projecting into your life. I wasn't even thinking about them. Yeah, but they were thinking about you. It's evil against good. That's all it is. They pick their side where they want to be. And those of you who run up under these people, you're picking that side too. Those of you who have these pastors that allow politicians to come into your church and tell you to vote for me, you're picking your sides. God never intended for politicians to come into the house of the Lord and ask for a vote. But as long as they ain't talking about homosexuality, it's all fine, because there's a lot of homosexuals in the church. As long as they ain't talking about adultery, it's fine, because there's a lot of adulterers and adulteresses in the church. Fornicators, there's a lot of them in the church. As long as they're not talking about divorce, because they want you to divorce and be with this person, be with that. As long as they're not hitting a nerve, you're fine with it. As long as they're not bringing up your sin and not talking about anything to make you feel uncomfortable, you're fine with it. You got so much time on this earth before God comes. And then you say, well, Lord, but ain't no but. Depart from me. I never knew you. And a lot of you people say this and don't really even know what you're saying. If you're hanging out with devils, guess what? You're going to be a devil. If you're following the way of a man that has a church and he's telling you, don't worry about it, you know, God loves homosexuals too. No, he don't. And any pastor that's telling you that, in my opinion, is going to hell. God don't like homosexuals. I don't know what Bible you read, but God don't like homosexuals. He didn't make them. He said that men shouldn't lay with men. And women are leaving their natural use for other women. Now, I love all of you, whether you're homosexual, gay, adulterers, or whatever, but I don't like what you do. And I'm not buddying up to you and trying to be your friend. And I'm not coming to you all sweet and saying, can you please? No. I'm letting you know like it is. You're going to hell if you don't get your life in order. If you don't hold your vote in August, November, these elections, black people, please, if you don't hold your vote, you're going to be terribly sorry that you didn't. They're getting ready to bring a whole new group of people in here. Don't even speak the language. You say something out the way to them, guess what? Ukrainian hate. They're going to start putting you in jail for that. They're going to get some of these Nazis that they're bringing over here and put them on the police force. They barely can speak. They're going to let these people vote, and they just got here. They don't know anything about the Constitution or anything, but they're going to let them vote because they're desperate. White folks are desperate. So you know what? Step back, hold your vote. Now, if you want one of these Hold Your Vote shirts, I'm going to turn around and let you see the back of it. If you want one of these Hold Your Vote shirts, you can go to PayPal at DonnaMitchell15@gmail.com under Getting It Together Productions. I got extra small, medium, and large are $20, and the ones that's higher than that are $30. So I think this is a cool shirt. I really want to turn around and show you the back of it. And it says Foundational Black Americans inside of the fist. So I just want you guys to know that we need to start being on the same page. If we don't, divided we fall. United we stand. If you don't fight for something, you're going to die for nothing. I'm tired of my brothers and sisters telling me, well, they're all right, they're cool. They may be cool in your face, but what are they doing behind your back? That's what I want to know. What are they doing behind your back? They're plotting against you. That's what they're doing. Have you ever heard that phrase, they're hugging you around your neck while they're stabbing you in your back? That's what our country is doing to us. They used us to win the Civil War in the North. They used us to because we actually was the ones who started the immigration with the Black Panthers, Martin Luther King, and people like that, bringing Haitians and all other nationalities over here. Now, United States is imploding on itself. And Biden, I'm letting you know, you are putting United States at risk bringing these people over here because you don't really know what you're doing. Because Putin then already said that something to the fact of if Biden do anything, he's going to consider it an act of something, and he's going to go to war with us. They're talking about China hooking up with Russia to go to war with us. World War III is not that far behind us, ladies and gentlemen. The Bible says when you hear of wars and rumors of wars, don't be scared. It's not yet coming. But don't let it trouble your heart. A lot of us are troubled. A lot of us are scared. Even Christians. And we're not supposed to be. To Christ we live, to Christ we die. So hold your votes. If you want to get a shirt, go to Donna Mitchell at paypal.com under Getting It Together Productions. X large through mediums are $20. Large and up, it goes to 3X are $30. So I love you guys. I cannot wait to get back to talk with you all. And until next time, stay strong and be strong.